be talking to the legend, Urijah Faber, who's got a really cool endeavor he's going on. We're going to talk about that in this interview and much more. Urijah, how are you, man? How's everything?
I'm doing great. Just got out of practice a little bit ago. The room's always popping over here in Sacramento, so we're having fun.
That's good. I know you're a busy guy. You're right. You got a lot going on, and now you're going to be even busier here. You got this partnership going on with Sacramento State University with Combat U. I think this is so cool. It's going to be sort of training and bringing up the future of MMA. Tell me how this all came together with this partnership and you working with the youth of today.
Well, we've had a train with Tam program for years. Guys like Cody Garbrandt, Paige Van Zant, uh, Corey McKenna, Macy Barber. The list goes on. Song Yadong, fighters that have come in, and a lot of them as teenagers or early 20s to follow this career path to become mixed martial artists, and this becomes kind of like their college, their university. Um, so one of those newer students that came here is a girl named Aaron, or Aaron. She is from India, and she reached out to Luke Wood, who's the president of Sac State, who is an avid boxer. He's an amateur boxer himself, and let him know that she's a mixed martial artist and she's coming to Sacramento State. And he said, "Hey, Uriah Faber's Ultimate Fitness is right across the street with Team Alpha." And she said, "Yeah, I know. That's why I'm doing it." And that turned into, uh, the beginning of what we've got now, which is only a few months ago. And Dr. Wood has been training here. We actually had a meeting and kind of talked about the concept, and we made it happen fast. So now we've got the first ever university backed combat program. And so this Combat U is going to do all sorts of things for the sport. It'll touch all different levels. So the beginner, the current, the future, uh, you know, fighter that has some sort of experience um, can come here. They can earn scholarships. They can get their education. They're across the street from my facility, and we'll have a Sacramento State pro prep class and the actual opportunity for kids to get into the actual pro class with the best fighters in the world. And on top of that, we've got four uh, programs that are club programs that are under the university programming now, and we have coaches for each one of those. They're all coaches for my staff, and it's really, there's nothing like it. It's pretty amazing.
I imagine, obviously, the goal of this is to get fighters into the UFC, build them up from the ground up, and sort of get them there. Do you have any other goals that you'd like to achieve with this program? And how does this sort of differ from maybe some other things that are going on? Is it just that university affiliation?
Well, getting your degree. I was a student athlete. I don't know if many people know my background, but I went to UC Davis, which is a great UC school.
Mhm.
And I didn't start fighting until I was 23 after I graduated college. And the life skills and experience that I got, the education that I got, the people that I met, the trials and tribulations were a huge part of the success that I have now as a mixed martial artist, as a business owner, as a parent, as a everything that goes into the real world. So I see the value in that. I know how impactful it can be to be in an environment with other motivated people that are, getting educated, that are doing big things, and so that's a big part. And so we want our Combat U members to get an education, become better human beings, more intelligent, more savvy for the real world, on top of having a fast track to a career in mixed martial arts. And that could be anything. There's all sorts of different types of careers, but um, that's the big thing, and it helps out a lot, especially with the foreign guys and girls. We can help with student visas. We can help with um, out of state with you know scholarships, and in the local talent, it really becomes something that they can get excited about, and maybe instead of taking a break from their education, do it alongside pursuing a fight career.
And it's just awesome. And you got so many things going on. You got A1 Combat, you got your coaching, you got the gym, and now this too. I think that's so awesome that you got that all together. Speaking of coaching, I do have to ask, because I was in the news last week, what happened with this visa issue with Sage Northcutt, just to shed some light on that?
Oh, that, there's a lot of misinterpretation there. I think if you watch Chatri's interview, he kind of said the way it was. There was a last minute hiccup in the visas of Fabio Prado and Mr. Mark Sage, Mr. Mark Northcutt, Sage's dad,
Yeah.
and so at 10:30 at night
Mhm.
in Japan, we learned that they were not going to be able to be in the corner. Um, I got a message around 11:30 that um, from Mark Sage's dad that Sage was not going to fight, um, and I talked to him face to face and kind of got the lowdown on what was going on. There's a lot of different miscommunications and things like that. I was cleared to corner. I was cleared to be in the corner if Sage did want to fight, and I didn't actually get to talk to Sage face to face till about 1 o'clock um, in the afternoon on fight day, and the general consensus was that he did not feel comfortable fighting with a couple different things that had happened. He felt he was very a very big man in faith. He has has a relationship with God and the Holy Spirit, and felt like things were not adding up for him, and he did not feel like fighting. So um, I I said, "Are you sure?" And I mean there's a lot more details on the nuts and bolts of the conversations that had up leading up to that happening, and I think they kind of maybe felt like they're a bit misled and expected to go in their last minute. um, and when he said that he was definitely not going to fight, then I booked a flight home, and so
Gotcha.
I wanted to go home and be with my family. I've been gone for 5 days from my kids and my responsibilities here. So I was not deported. I saw some
Yeah,
clickbait
no, I
saying that
didn't.
I
I
was
didn't think that
deported.
was the case. That's why I'm glad I got you on here to clear this up, because I don't think we've really heard your side of things so far. So
Yeah, so I was not deported, and there's a lot of stuff going on with Sage in his career that people don't know about, and he is being very careful. He was very excited for that fight, well prepared for that fight. I would love to have seen him go in there and just uh, the best revenge is success and go in there and smash. But I don't question anything, especially when it comes to people's faith and their beliefs and how they're feeling internally. So I was in
definitely.
support.
Makes sense. I know we only got 10 minutes here, so this will be my last question. It's kind of a two-parter. You coached against Conor McGregor on The Ultimate Fighter. He still doesn't have a fight booked. I think everyone wants to see him at UFC 300. Two-part question. One, does he fight again? Number two, who would you like to see him fight if he does come back?
Um, well, there's a lot of hype around that the fight with Chandler. I think Chandler's would love that, and I think it'd be good for him as well. I believe Connor is fighting. I actually do talk to Connor on a fairly regular basis, and I actually just sent him out a robot. And I mean, I've seen guys train. He's very smooth with his jiu-jitsu. He's obviously been taking it serious. He looks in great shape. Um, I think he wants to fight. I think the guy's a fighter. So I think the Chandler fight would be great, but anybody in Connor's a great fight.
Yeah,
Really. See Diaz do it again. They've got that trilogy. That's a third one needs to happen. I think they're both kind of in a position where that fight would make sense for them monetarily and also with something to prove with 1-1, and they're great at promoting. So um, and I'm happy. I think Connor is a master of marketing. He's keeping people in suspense, but he's training. Like I've seen his training, and like I said, we got him out that the robot. He was adamant about getting it, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna get so many rounds on this thing." I think he can be on a yacht and get a training partner that doesn't talk back. That's a good position for him to be
I
in.
completely agree. And Uriah, we're up for time. Thank you so much for doing this. Just anything you want to mention before we get out of here about Combat U and where people can check it out?
Yeah, Sac State is the university here, right in Sacramento, the heart of East Sac. It's literally across the street. please go to Sac State's website if you have any interest at all. If you're someone that just would like to get into mixed martial arts, and do a little bit of competing, fine. If you have a great background in it, or if you're a prospect who's looking to go pro soon, we have resources for you. It's an education on top of world class training and tutelage to get to the top. So please take care of it if you're interested, and look forward to having you in the gym.